We're here from the company Millionaire. Came from Houston, Texas. Just here for we initially came to come down to I guess celebrate D-Day over in Normandy, and just after a few requests of various people wanting us here, we just kind of been floating around the country of Europe and just sharing the plane with everyone.
Okay, good. And how long did it take you to get here from Houston?
It took quite a while because we only have like 4 hours of like flight time that we can use in there due to like how our fuel works. So we made various stops just along the way, kind of island hopping, taking like the traditional route from back in the day that they took to get over here. So it took, I want to say, about 20 hours or so.
Yes.
Just stopping on the ground and making sure that everything's good with the plane.
Okay, and what about tomorrow when you fly home? How many stops shall you be having?
I believe it should be about 4, maybe 5.
And whereabouts are they, please?
There'll be Wick over at Wick, Greenland, Iceland. Then we'll stop over at Canada, maybe New York, and then hopefully back home.
Yes. And when shall you get home? When should you land at Houston?
That I don't know. I haven't looked that far ahead yet.
Right, okay. And what's your name, please?
I'm Quentin.
Okay.
Quentin
okay. Well,
I'm Roger Woolsey, CEO and also captain on the A-26 with Millionaire Aviation, and that's the Miss Millionaires behind me. She's a 1944 built. She was actually delivered to the United States Air Force. Her first base was right here in England. She was actually in the Battle of the Bulge. She served in World War II. And we took the aircraft. She's been in museum for the last 13 years. She's not flown much the last 8. So we took about 3 weeks of heavy maintenance on her to get her ready for the D-Day. We took delivery of her about 3 weeks, about the first week in May. At the end of May, we departed the United States. We stopped in Nova Scotia. We went on to Narsarsuaq, Greenland. From there, we went to Keflavik, Iceland to Wick. Up the street. It was a great flight. We brought her all the way in, made D-Day 1 day in advance, so she kind of made record time over. We understand this is the first A-26 that's been in England in about 17 years. We just came from one of the Air Force bases. This first A-26 has landed since World War II at that base, so it's pretty special. So it's really nice. It's the 80-year anniversary of D-Day. She's 80 years old. 80-year anniversary of like the Fairford Air Force Base, so it's kind of a neat time to be here in England, and we're very honored to be here. So we've named her the Miss Millionaires, and she's done pretty good. We're having a few lead maintenance problems on her right now. That's why I'm on the phone trying to find some parts. But she's done good. 62 hours in the last 5 weeks, and she's doing great.
That's brilliant. And what about tomorrow? Where should you be going from here tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're going to try to visit one more military base, and we're trying to go to Milford tomorrow. Or not Milford. Tomorrow we're going to, I'm sorry?
Mildenhall.
Mildenhall, thank you very much. Sorry, Mildenhall. We're going to Mildenhall tomorrow, which is again very special because this aircraft served in the 9th Air Force back in World War II, so there's a lot of associations right there in that base, so we're pretty excited about that. So we're going to visit the men and women there. Again, we're trying to honor the past, the ladies and gentlemen who served all of us so well during World War II, the greatest generation, and trying to come all the way to touch today's generation who's kind of keeping us all safe in the space today. So it's going to be a really great visit.
Okay. And from Mildenhall, shall you be going to Keflavik?
From there, we're probably going to go back to Wick. We might come back here tomorrow night for one more night. We're going to look at weather dependent. We're not sad about that. We love being here. So, but we are going to go from here. We're going to reverse that routing back to Wick, back to Iceland. We have some high-speed drones that want to do some air-to-air photography over some of the Icelandic volcanoes. So hopefully we'll get some of those air-to-air shots. Then we'll go from there back down to Greenland. From there, Goose Bay, back into the United States, and we might make a few stops. The business here, Millionaire, they're in the FBO business. They've got 40 locations, so we may hit a few of those to say hello to the kids and on the way back. But that's the idea, and then hopefully we'll make it to Oshkosh at the end of July.